Hello everybody and welcome to our final day on board the Marella Voyager, our day 14 out of 15.
I don't want to go home.
No, me. Well, we are home already. We've already done that bit.
Yeah, I didn't want to go home. But anyway, our usual start to the morning.
Up on top deck.
Oh, you've got to go on top deck for St. Lucia. St. Lucia is so pretty. I love St. Lucia. It's beautiful.
I love floating into that beautiful heart.
Floating?
Yeah, well, you are floating.
Well, technically you are,
yeah. Beautiful harbour, Sandals Resort on your right. Very green, very lush.
Oh, and you see that little airfield?
Yeah, to the left. There's like a small little airfield there.
Airstrip.
I don't know how they bloody land on that.
Yeah, but if you're lucky, you might just see one landing. But it's a beautiful island.
It is, and can I quickly add, I'm pretty sure that they've got a new port side. Because I remember in 2010 when we went, it was on the other side. And this time it was right on the left side at the beginning.
I can't remember last week, let alone 13, 14 years
But anyway, we didn't go into the port because our trip today was straight onto a catamaran.
Today we're doing a Marella excursion. We're doing the Pigeon Island and half-day boat trip to the Pitons.
Didn't we do a trip similar to this in 2010?
Yeah, we did, and we loved it. It was a beautiful sunny day, and in fact, that's why we decided to do the same again this time, because we loved the Pitons and seeing them in the sun. It was just beautiful. So we thought, our friends have got to come and see this. We've got to take them.
We did. So how we started? We started off on, literally, we got off the ship.
Well, should we just talk price?
Oh God, we haven't told you the price.
It was a 6-hour trip.
It's the most expensive
and
one,
it was £69 each. It wasn't too bad, I think, for 6 hours and all that time on a boat.
Or 68.
It was 69 each. So I think it was a very good price.
To be fair, with what you get included, which we're going to tell you about in a minute, I thought it was very well priced.
Yeah. So should we start with getting off the boat? And you find your usual queue. There's people there with boards as you get off the boat.
Remember, we were devastated because we were the last. So we got there, we went to the back of this queue, and then they started a new queue for a different boat. So we were last on this boat, and I was like, oh no, we're going to get terrible seats.
Yeah, because as you stand, they take you to the port, and as you stand there waiting for the catamaran, and you see it coming, you think, how are they going to get everybody on that? It's so small.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned as well about how we were all going to get on there, but the boat was actually really big when you get on side, and the staff were plentiful. There were so many staff on there that were really vibrant. They were really energetic, and I think we did better than the other boat because I think our staff were probably the best staff on there. But explain to them the boat.
The boat, I mean, we didn't really want it. A lot of people went straight to the front so they could sit on the netting or they could sit facing the front. But we thought it would be more sensible to go inside under the shade, and then obviously we could step up and take a look at the front when we wanted,
and we could suss out the interior because there was a toilet, a male and a female toilet on board. So there was one on one side, one on the other side. There was a fully stocked bar at the front as well,
and drinks were free, weren't they?
Drinks were free on that boat, which was included in the price.
Really good value, I thought.
And before we go on to the day and what we did, they also served us a meal, which we will talk about in a minute, because it was one of the best meals I think I've ever had on a trip. Not ever, but on a trip. But anyway,
that's praise indeed.
It is praise, but I loved it, and I know there's a video of it, so you can see that.
I don't think there is.
There is. So let's start off with our voyage. We set sail off towards our first stop, which was Pigeon Island, and the weather was okay. It wasn't the best the first time we did it. It was really sunny. This time it was a little bit overcast.
Yeah, it was very cloudy, but the sun was trying to come through, so it was pleasant.
Yeah, it was. But we were lucky enough because I think at some point on the trip, it started to rain, and because we decided to sit inside, we were okay.
Yeah, that wasn't till on the way back, though.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, I thought it was early.
Oh, no, we didn't have any early rain.
Well, that's good, because the first stop was Pigeon Island.
Yeah.
And I remember getting off at this beautiful resort, because that's where you dock, and walking across the boardwalk down to the beach. And it was the most beautiful beach I've ever seen. It was stunning. The water was clear. You almost had like a waterfall from one side to the other side into the sea. It was like different levels. But by the way, that wasn't the beach.
Right side was beautiful beach. Yeah. Left side, not so beautiful beach. Which way were we taken?
To the left. No, but the left beach in the resort was okay. It was because we went past that and we went into the park. So it's like an
Yeah.
entry point into the
Yeah,
park.
now there is a small fee to get into Pigeon Island, but that is included in your price as well. So,
Mhm.
so that was good.
And we had options. We didn't have to just go straight to the beach. We had our own time to go and look around. There's lots of ruins and stuff. But we chose to go to the left when we got in, down towards the beach, because we wanted to find the beach that was as nice as the one we just walked past. But
But
was
you
it?
couldn't get to that one because you'd gone through into the park. So it was on to the only beach that was there, which wasn't as pretty, was it?
It was gross. It was dirty.
I wouldn't. It was
No,
all
it
right.
was compared to what we just seen. It was
Compared to
gross.
what we see, you may be right.
But there was one redeeming feature. There was a baby kitten on there that was obviously living on there,
Oh.
and it was so tame.
Oh, and it was getting so much fuss, and it was loving it.
I want to bring it home.
Our friend gave it a lot of fuss. In
Did.
fact, he sat next to
He
it.
did. He did.
Well, we had a swim.
We did have a swim, and a beautiful, almost snack boat came up with reggae music playing.
Oh, yeah.
Very colourful.
Pineapples,
Yeah.
bananas.
Yeah, it was lovely.
So yeah, that was quite nice.
Lovely.
Was he doing fruit sales or drink sales?
I think it was drinks as well.
Was it drinks as well? We didn't have one though, did we?
No, no.
And then of course after we sort of had a swim and we went off to have a little look round Pigeon Island, there wasn't a great deal to see, was
I
there?
think it's an old fort island. There's a lot of old ruins there.
Yeah, because we saw the old barracks.
Yeah, but there was a lot of unstable signs like not to
Yeah.
go in because it was quite dangerous in there. But pretty, and of course, one side to the if you're looking at the gates, to the left was very rough sea, and to the right was very calm sea.
Oh yes, I remember that. I was a bit surprised.
Yeah, I was very surprised as well, to be fair. But I couldn't wait to get back onto the boat because I wasn't enjoying it that much at all.
I thought it was all right, but I wouldn't have felt I'd missed out if we hadn't have gone there.
No. But back onto the boat.
Yeah, back on the boat.
Yeah.
How long were we at Pigeon Island? Can you remember? Was it about an hour?
It was about an hour.
Hour and a half, something
But
like
if
that.
I remember, as we were leaving, we managed to pick up a bit of free Wi-Fi. Do you remember? So you can get a bit there if you're lucky. Don't ask me where you got to stand, but we did manage to get a little bit of free Wi-Fi there. So happy days.
Yeah, back on the boat.
Back on the boat
And off to the Pitons.
and off to the Pigeon. If you remember, it started raining
Yeah.
when we were going to the boat because we were stood under the rattan
Oh, yes.
roof
Yeah,
while
we
the
had
other
a
boat had
shower.
to come in
Yeah.
to pick the others up.
We had a
Yes.
shower.
And the next stop on
And
our
then, of course, we
journey-
went back the way we came.
Yes, we did because we'd gone away from the Pitons
Yeah.
to go back towards the Pitons.
And then came back.
But we did stop on the way, if you remember, for a snorkeling trip.
Yeah, that was fun. We had a bit of a snorkel.
Yes, Mark came in the water with us, and I won't show the video, but there's quite a hilarious video of him trying to get back onto the boat afterwards. So, Mark,
I might show a little bit.
no, don't.
No.
Anyway, moving on quickly.
Yeah, then, of course, we carried on to the Pitons.
Yeah, so onto the Pitons, and to me, this was the most disappointing part of the trip. Now, I understand we can't be God and make it sunny, but it was quite overcast and it was quite low clouds, which meant we couldn't really see the Pitons, and we didn't go anywhere near them. Apologies about that. Didn't go anywhere near them. We were quite a distance from them as well.
Yeah, it was quite a distance. And I mean, I remember in 2010, it was blue sky and they looked absolutely majestic. And to me, it was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same this time. And I felt gutted for our friends.
I did, because we just literally went out, past, around and back again. There was there was nothing to it, if you know what I mean. It wasn't made a spectacle
that's
of.
it. And we turned around and started to come back and the weather got worse. It started lashing down with rain. But things took a turn on the boat.
Before we talk about that, Mike, I did say that I was going to tell them what the food was like.
Oh, go on then.
So let me just quickly tell you before we expose what happened on the boat. So for dinner, they provided us with dinner. It was chicken or fish you had a choice of, and it was salad with a dressing on it. You had rice and you had a big piece of chicken, and oh my God, it was amazing. It was like barbecue food. Our friends loved it. I loved it.
I loved it.
Mike loved it, which is saying something. So guys, if you do go on this trip, they will feed you a lot. And remember,
Really good value.
So, time to tell you what Michael and I got up to on this boat trip to redeem itself. Michael, what happened?
Well, when it rains, there's only one thing you can do on a boat. Party.
Staying alive, staying alive.
And boy, did it turn into a party. First of all, it was lashing down with rain. Everybody that was at the front came inside. Apart from us, we decided to go outside. and I've never been on that orange netting before. And I thought, it's going to be so uncomfy. My neck will ache, my back will ache. So I thought, I'm not going on the orange. I didn't think I was missing out. But encouraged by everybody on the boat, I crawled onto the orange netting.
I was already on there because I fell, and I was trying to make out like I was loving it. I'd done my back in. I couldn't get up, but I didn't want to tell anyone. But he was there jumping around. He did
it. Was so comfy.
He did a Titanic moment.
Oh, we tried to, do a bit from the Titanic, that iconic bit where they're at the front. But I don't think it's wise to try and get to the front of a catamaran. No. But we tried.
And then, of course, the party mood struck.
Yeah, after the shenanigans at the front on the orange netting, we went back inside, joined everybody else, had a rum punch or two.
Or 7.
And that was it then. The music got louder. People were just joining in, dancing. I even did a bit of pole dancing.
I did. They were taking song requests. We were partying everywhere. It was great. It was. I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. It turned into such fun. And we met some brilliant people on that boat. And what I loved about it was you didn't see anybody sat on the side not very happy because it was noisy. Everybody on that boat joined in, didn't they, at some point?
Definitely.
And it was just so much fun.
We loved it.
We did. And of course, when we got back to the port and the other boat came in, was there just before ours, and everybody was sat there all.
They were all miserable like that.
And of course, as they were getting
We're
off the
still
boat
partying.
and we were giving it all this, they started to join in on the pier side. So I think they wanted to be on our boat, really.
Yeah, big time.
It was a great trip.
Of course, we're back in port now, and we knew that unfortunately that time had come where we had to go back to the room to pack our bags, because on Marella you have to have your luggage out. Is it before 12 or something like that?
No, it has to be out by 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's right. But of course, we wanted to enjoy our evening, so we thought we'd pack that afternoon and get our stuff ready to go out.
Get the labels on. The labels had already been provided, so we were able to put those on, and that meant that we left them in the room then, so they'd be ready to go out when we got back that evening.
Which was good, really, because it meant that we could enjoy it. We didn't have to worry about getting back at 10 to pack our bags. We just go back to our room and fall asleep.
We wanted to enjoy our last evening, didn't we? Yeah. And of course, where was our last meal? Our last evening meal on the boat?
I'm going to take a guess because I don't know this. I'm going to say Vista.
No. We went to Latitude.
Oh.
Latitude 53.
I would have said Vista because Vista was my favourite.
Vista was one of our favourites. But Latitude was pretty good. And the menu that night was brilliant. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that they had, is it haggis, neeps and tatties as a starter. And I absolutely loved it because I do like a bit of haggis.
Gross.
What did you have?
Well, I wouldn't have had that. I know that.
I think you had the arancini, didn't you?
I had the smoked red pepper arancini, I think it was, which was lovely. And then, of course, for the main meal, I needed something to counteract the sweetness, I'm going to say, of the arancini, which was the gammon. They had gammon on the menu, and I think it came with was it like a mash?
Yeah.
Yeah, which sounded quite nice. It just appealed to me because sometimes, you want some veg in your life.
I had the gammon as well. It was lovely.
As well. Nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I had a lemon, something lemony for pudding. I can't remember, lemon.
It was like a cheesecake, wasn't it?
Was it like a lemon tart? It was lovely. Whatever it was, I loved it. Did you have a brownie?
Yeah, I had a chocolate brownie. It was lovely.
So that was obviously our meal for the night.
Oh, and our Peroni beers, of course.
Yeah.
Do like a Peroni.
Yeah, their Peroni's different to ours over here, though. I liked it.
It was very nice, though.
And then, of course, onwards to the theatre show that night.
No. We went somewhere else first. Our one and only on the whole cruise. We went to do the diva quiz.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot.
There was a diva quiz. 7:30 p.m. in the Squid and Anchor.
And the fact that we're with two divas, Mark and Jack, who are like the biggest divas you've ever met in your life.
And very good musical knowledge.
Yes, big time. Jack especially. I think he won us that quiz, didn't he?
You've given it away now.
I think he helped us in that quiz.
So, of course, it was a Squid and Anchor, and they played 20 different songs by female artists. So, obviously, I had a lot of good help. We got 40 out of 40. Somebody else got 39. I bet they were gutted because we got 40.
And we
won.
We didn't cheat.
I thought we might get a beer each or something.
Yeah, we got a certificate. But Jack took the certificate because obviously he contributed the most. So
I've got a photo of it because I'm very proud of that certificate.
Yeah.
1 out of 100% record with quizzes on that.
That's my lifetime
Shit.
achievement.
We'll
to
do
have won
more
that.
next time.
And
And then it was the Diva show.
then it was the Diva show, yes. And we went to the theatre, and the Diva show that night was absolutely spectacular.
I loved it.
That was the one with the costume.
Oh,
wasn't
the one doing Shirley Bassey. Was it I who have nothing? I love that.
it? Let's hope they didn't
Love
say that.
that. No, it was lovely. There was some really good. Oh, Whitney Houston as well. She sang "I Will Always Love You."
I think that was Charlotte that sang that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. There was just some beautiful songs. I love a diva.
I love a diva, and I love the outfits there as well. They were so sparkly, and if you know me, you know I love sparkles.
It was a brilliant show. So if you get a chance to see the Diva show, we definitely recommend it. Should we show a little medley?
Let's show them a minute.
Are you ready for divas? So Christian love, so Christian love. The I am simply sure. Enough is enough is enough. This is a song to celebrate. This is my life. This is
So, what did you think of that? Because I loved it.
Me too.
Put your comments in below if you liked it or not, and we will see who agrees with us. But after the show, it was obviously time to go and continue our drinking session because we like to have a little drink in the theatre because you can take drinks in with you, and they do provide drinks as you walk in. We went off to the summer house where we indulged in the lovely, I can't forget their name now.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Good job you got
Brother.
me, isn't it?
As you can tell, I'm very forgetful. Oh, brother. So we sort of ended our cruise by listening to them, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh,
Man.
they sang a lovely version of Yellow by Coldplay. Their music is quite chilled, so
Well, we wanted a chilled evening because it's our last night. We couldn't
Yeah.
really wake up hungover the next day, so we kept it really
Yeah,
simple there and had
yeah.
a nice evening.
yeah. And of course, by the time we'd finished there and got back to the cabin, the cases went outside.
Yeah.
They go outside your door. They were all labelled up, and then of course we could go to bed and not wanting to wake up tomorrow.
Well, no, we did want to wake up. We didn't want to like. We just didn't. We didn't want the cruise to end, is what he's trying to say.
I needed a Groundhog Day, and that today probably would have been it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we will be showing you in detail this Time to Say Goodbye leaflet. It gives you everything that you need to do. It's got your flight times and the coach pickup for you on the back of it. But we will let you have a good look at this tomorrow and explain as we do each section tomorrow.
Yes, so that leaves us to say a fond farewell to you all. However, there will be one more video appearing, which will be at day 15, when we are docked in Barbados. Barbados.
Get it out.
Where, this is a family show, where we will show you basically what to expect when it comes to things like your luggage, your departure
Immigration.
times, immigration, the
Uh,
coach
Best
transfer.
place to position yourself on the final day where
Yes.
you can get Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Although someone's already given that away.
They can't remember. So please, what's wrong with me? Please stay tuned for that. We hope you enjoyed it. Please remember, if you've liked our videos, tell your friends, subscribe to our channel. It does help us out a lot. If you do see the little bell at the bottom, please click that as well for future content.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.